Well, today's motto is make the hay while the sun shines. Now, sun's coming in and out, but still we're going to hit 16 degrees today. Pretty wonderful. I'm going to get at as much as I can, just run around like a herd of turtles here. I'm going to go up to the leaf depot, get some leaf mulch. I'm going to fill my potato bags. I'm going to hopefully get enough, I'm just on my own, to start filling the bed, the new raised bed I have. Trying to get some brassicas in. Hopefully I'll get there. The wind is going to pick up. So as the hour by hour the wind is picking up, I've seen in the Weather Network, and it's always right. Speaking of wind, I did want to mention I get a lot of comments, and I thank you so much on suggestions about the wind here. And so I should speak about why I deal with it. You don't feel sorry for me, first of all. We're quite used to it, and though there's a lot of windier areas, that's the bane of my gardening existence. But a lot have suggested, put them in covers or cold frames. I have cold frames. I don't use them anymore. And I've tried many things. The reason that doesn't quite work is because it's the wind I'm trying to acclimate them to. I'm not worried about the cold. I know when to put plants out. But it's the wind. So they do have to get exposure to that. I'll show you a celery I just saw. It was put out in a supposedly non-windy day. And it didn't. It only got up to, 45 kilometers. And it snapped the little seedling. Now the roots are still there, and I'm hoping it'll grow. But that's what I deal with the wind. And the other thing is, wind blocks. It's not unusual at all to get 120 kilometer winds here. 160 is a bad wind. We're worried about our roof staying on our house, so we've held off building any form of a greenhouse. It just end up in the ocean. But someday we'll figure it out, and my dream is to, when I win the million, have a geothermal built into the cliff here, and that would be great. And then I could grow fruit trees. But it's a dream. That's totally a dream. I'm never going to win the money. But if we put structures around, it's just not the way I want to go. It's just not the way I want to garden. We purchased this land to enjoy the view, and I don't want it obstructed by weird structures. I just don't. So don't feel sorry for me. I deal with the wind, and my newest venture, though, and it seems to be working really well. I really put a little focus on brassicas in winter sowing this year. They're working out fantastic. They haven't grown that fast, but I put them out in the cold. They were in the cold, of course. They were in the snow when they grew, and I stuck them straight in the ground. You don't have to harden off, don't have to do anything, and they're surviving fantastic. So I think that may be the way I'm going to go in the future. So I'm going to get on to some of my jobs, run around. Like I say, I've got a lot to do before the winds get higher, and I'm just so pleased and so lucky that it's going to hit 16 degrees today. So don't mind my dirty fingers. Here's the wee celery. You can see where it's even. I gotta get my finger out there. It's even looked like it's just rocked around, you see? How the wee strings, the poor wee thing. And I'll show you winter sowing. There's a cabbage that I just stuck in. There's another one over here. And they're gonna be fine. Totally acclimated. So that may be something I've got to get much smarter at. Last year, Bruce seeded white clover all around the sides here of these steps that he put in place. White clover being, of course, a wonderful ground cover. And it was coming up and it looked so neat. And we just kept saying, oh, that's excellent. And it looked like the stairs had been there 100 years, which is what we were shooting for. And then this year, the clover didn't grow. It's not here. It's gone. So I have one little old creeping thyme, one remaining plant I'm going to split in two, put on either sides, just to see if we can get a little bit of ground cover growing down here.